Have you ever been tempted to compromise? Just this once? To believe that one wrong decision would never change your future? The story of Joseph reminds us that the greatest victories are often the ones no one else sees, because true character is revealed when no one is watching. Joseph's life had already been filled with pain. He had been betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, taken far from his home. Everything he once knew had been taken from him. Yet Joseph refused to become bitter. Instead, he remained faithful to God. Eventually, he was sold to a man named Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. The Bible tells us that the Lord was with Joseph. Everything he did prospered. Potiphar recognized God's favor upon him and placed Joseph in charge of his entire household. Joseph had earned complete trust. He was respected, honest, faithful. But then came the test that would define his character. Potiphar's wife began to notice Joseph. Day after day, she tried to persuade him. Lie with me. She didn't ask only once. She returned again, and again, and again. Temptation is rarely a single moment. It often comes repeatedly, waiting for the moment when we are tired, discouraged, or distracted. Joseph could have made excuses. No one would know. He was far from home. He had already suffered enough. Perhaps he believed he deserved some happiness. But Joseph saw something greater than his own desires. He answered with words that still challenge believers today. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? Notice what Joseph didn't say. He didn't say, I might get caught. He didn't say, I could lose my job. He didn't say, people will judge me. His greatest concern was his relationship with God. Because when your love for God is greater than your desire for sin, temptation begins to lose its power. One day the house was empty. No servants remained inside. Potiphar's wife seized the opportunity. She grabbed Joseph by his garment and demanded once again, lie with me. Joseph didn't argue. He didn't negotiate. He didn't stay to see how close he could get without falling. He ran. Leaving his garment behind, he fled the house. Sometimes the strongest act of faith is knowing when to run. The world often tells us to stand and prove our strength. The Bible teaches us to flee temptation, because wisdom knows there are battles we win by refusing to fight them. But Joseph's obedience came with a painful price. Potiphar's wife used the garment as false evidence. She accused Joseph of attacking her. Potiphar believed the lie. Joseph was thrown into prison. Can you imagine how unfair that must have felt? He had done the right thing. He had honored God. He had protected his integrity. Yet he ended up behind bars. Sometimes obedience doesn't lead to immediate reward. Sometimes it leads to temporary suffering. Many people would have questioned God. Many would have become bitter. But Joseph remained faithful. Even in prison, God was with him. Years passed. Then, in God's perfect timing, everything changed. Joseph was called before Pharaoh. God gave him wisdom to interpret Pharaoh's dream. The prisoner became the governor of Egypt. The slave became the second most powerful man in the nation. The man who had refused one moment of temptation was entrusted with incredible responsibility. Looking back, Joseph understood something remarkable. Had he given in to temptation, he might never have fulfilled God's purpose for his life. One moment of compromise could have cost him his calling. Maybe you're facing temptation today. Perhaps no one else knows. Perhaps it seems harmless. Perhaps you're telling yourself, just this once. Remember Joseph. Your future is worth more than a temporary pleasure. Your integrity is worth protecting. Your relationship with God is worth every sacrifice. Sometimes doing the right thing will cost you comfort. It may cost you opportunities. It may even cost you your reputation for a season. But God never overlooks faithfulness. He sees every unseen victory, every temptation resisted, every decision to honor Him. Don't trade your calling for a passing moment. Run from temptation. Run toward God. Because the plans He has prepared for your life are far greater than anything sin could ever promise. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? May those words become our answer every time temptation comes knocking.